Hey YouTube, this is Zach with Achilles Financial, and we are back with a stock and review. We are looking at JD.com. JD.com is a Chinese company that competes directly with Alibaba. Think of them as a competitor to a Tencent, to a Walmart, to a Google, to a Alibaba, to an Amazon. They are huge. The reason you may not be as familiar with them is because they are a Chinese company and they are not as flashy as Alibaba, which has been compared to the Amazon of Asia. So what are we looking at for JD.com? Well, they announced earnings this week on the 15th. So if we scroll down, and I just want to highlight that this is not just a Zach opinion. This is a company that is continuing to overperform. As you can see here, the expectations are coming in still at a profit. Again, we're looking at that May 15th pre-market. This is a stock that right now I think is currently lagging the broader tech-based company industry. One of the items that happened over the last quarter is JD.com increased its revenue by 27%. And they anticipate that that revenue is going to continue to grow. So they are a huge e-commerce company. They ship a lot of their own products, major retailer. And we're looking at it over the past 3 months. You can see that, yes, the coronavirus did have an impact on JD.com stock. However, they have risen above it. So this is very similar to what you've seen with a lot of the tech companies here in the United States, the Microsofts, the Googles, the Amazons, where they continue to rise higher. And in my opinion, I think that JD.com is going to see some of that this week as well. If we look over the course of the past week, we are seeing a big rise. However, we look over the past month, we're bumping into that resistance, that $47 a share. We're almost there. I'm interested to see if this moves in pre-market before I can get my hands on it. So as they're announcing earnings this week, I do not want to wait for the last day before I make a move and try and sell there. We do have a little bit of an earnings premium here, which does mean and does show that people are expecting the stock to move. So I'm interested to see what happens over the course of the week and if we're going to see it explode upwards. Again, this option here is about a week and a half out. I don't think we're going to see this high of a jump, even though that may not be out of the realm of possibilities. But I like this range right here of the $48.50 to $50 range. However, what I don't want to do is pay this much for it. So I'm going to be watching this over the course of the week. And if I see these premiums in the $48.50 to $50 range drop down, that's the play that I want to make going into earnings. At the end of the day, I do think that JD.com, or JD for their ticker symbol, is a good stock to hold long term. I just don't want to touch it right now in terms of the current premium pricing. They're very expensive for something that I personally do not know if they're going to make that big of a move. So if we're looking at the overall stock, one of the things that we want to look at is what did it do last quarter when they announced earnings. So if we go back historically where they last announced earnings for the Q4 earnings, you didn't see as big of a movement here. So it was during this time period right here. Not a crazy amount of movement going on in this time period. I don't want to see that reflected here. We want that big surge upwards. So what are we going to be looking at? The forward-looking guidance and what they're doing now. Because they are a Chinese company, the majority of their revenue is based in China. What are they doing now? And is the guidance that they're going to be providing as of now, as of first quarter, and what they're doing going forward. So I do think that there's a lot of momentum trading that we may be able to do here. Again, I think the premiums are a little expensive right now. That doesn't mean you won't be able to make money. This is a company that's going to do very well. For those of you who are watching, who are looking for a stock to buy, I think JD.com or JD is going to be a very good long-term investment, even though they may be priced a little high right now, and you may be able to get them at a little bit lower at this point in time. There's still a lot of capabilities here. So look for JD announcing earnings on May 15th before the market. I think there's a lot of money to be made there. I'm looking forward to it. And if you're going to be making a play, let me know in the comments below. Thanks, everyone. Talk to you soon.